All right, look, I thought I'd do this for you, David, just because it's quicker than you just having a look and trying to work it out. So I'm going to share my screen and you will be able to see what I've done. So look, I've done three new pages with some adjustments, and I'll just go into each bit so you can understand it a wee bit more. Um, so on the left-hand side, you can see here, I've got a new dashboard. So the thing that they go straight in once they've logged in is to see their dashboard. And I've added some headers and footers. So at the top underneath the hamburger bar and the logo, there's a header that just says, "Oh, you're on the dashboard," and there's a little bit of subtext that says, "This is your home landing page." You can put whatever you like. I don't really mind. Then you've got personal details like, "Oh, okay, it's Matt," and there's a little edit button where if they want to change the contact details or profile or anything like that, they can press there and it will go to another page, which we'll go to. I've then actually reduced the number of uh, um, points windows because I just thought, there's no point saying what you can convert, but rather what they've got and what they've earned. That's all they need to do, and then the next one is go and convert them. And then underneath we've got the QR scan a QR code to earn more points. Real simple, straightforward. I put down this. It says search past valid codes. I think to some extent we probably don't need it, but it's there as an option because they may have missed it or it didn't work. I think another thing that's interesting is that I'm wondering sometimes people can't scan QR codes as well, and I'm wondering if there is a way where they put in an actual number or numbers and letters. But I'll leave you to have a think about that. Then the footer, I've put in a thing for, and I've stupidly I didn't put it in all of them, but it should be a link to the About Us page, a link to the FAQs, and a link to the uh, privacy policy. Okay, so that has to be there. So then when they want to convert their points, they go into this second page here, and its dashboard is it's preceded with the word rewards. Here, choose what rewards you want, just normal set text. The word terms here should be a link. I think because people will probably think, well, what happens if I select something? Can I keep pressing it? Uh, what's the limitations? And what happens if I accidentally press a button? These are things that have just been, going through my mind, thinking, oh gosh, we need to get that sorted. Then we've got this here, which is the dynamic thing of their current points. Search the things that are available, and then this window here probably is a scrolling thing where they can find out what I can get now. Okay, so if they've got 1,500 points, it's basically everything up to 1,500 points, and then they basically just do, I'll have that, etc. The next page is then actually once they've selected the one they want. So let's say they've gone for a cup of coffee. They then select that it expands to show a bit more. And I've put at the bottom underneath get link. And then I think the link has to be a QR code or a word, whatever it is. But it's got to be a way where it can be basically once they've selected it, they can't use it again. And I don't know how to do this. Maybe you've got, I know you'll have a better idea, but I want there to be a way where, oh, I made a mistake. And I think putting the text underneath it in yellow is a bit of a alert, alarm, alarm, alarm. Are you sure? There's no going back. Okay. Um, I can just see people just really being a pain in the neck. So if we can put in some mechanisms on the app that basically can control people from not abusing the system, we probably need to think about that a bit more. And then finally, it's just the edit profile. I've just put a dummy here, but you'll know a lot more what sort of information people have asked, put in and what they can change. and it is literally just their personal details. I've put a circle here. I don't think we need to put in then that a picture. They could do. I know Google does a thing where you can either put your initials or you upload a picture. Probably just even take that out completely if you prefer, because then that obviously that means it's less content, it's less icky and that sort of stuff. And then obviously at the bottom it says save update. I think probably it needs to go to another window just to say, and this is it. To some extent, they select their profile, have a look at it. If they want to edit it, they press a button, goes to another window. They can edit it, and so there's this seesawing effect as well. The hamburger thing obviously is their navigation toolbar to take them back to their dashboard. I think probably the hamburger can go to the rewards thing, edit profile, and maybe the FAQs, where within the FAQs that the FAQs can actually have a link to the privacy profile. I'll create the privacy. Well, before I create the FAQs, maybe you and I just need to have a chat a wee bit more about what terms and conditions we need to put in place so that people don't abuse it, so they understand it and it's clear and simple. The graphics there, they're any old things. You can replace it with some font type things. I know there's a type of font that actually does all these things. I know Wingdings and Webdings does one, but there's a universal one for the web as well, which you could use. So I hope this isn't too much hard work. I think if you split up into different, sections, that will be a lot easier to navigate and to work out the various different things. You know what you're doing. Again, thank you. You're a star. Really appreciate it. And I'll keep you posted as I get more people on board.